Nice. I figured out why I wanted to do chapter 81 now, or why I previously did chapter 81. Okay, chapter 81 is a very interesting chapter. As I said, most of this is very topical to current events of when it was being written, even though it's only been like a year and a half. And it was only ended since a year. But this is chapter 81, 第81章, 末日计划, which is the Doomsday Plan. Um, so once that warrior video by Sume, or Suno as was released, it spread all over the internet. Unlike the previous Tomorrow's and Arrive, which is only popular in China, this video without any narration and relying solely on the narrative of the game screen itself quickly set stormy waves abroad. And this is one of the dreams of any Chinese author or producer, video game maker, which is something, 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 and out into the world is a pretty famous saying. After all, yes, it's to go out into the world or to release something that goes beyond domestic production and go international. It's a dream. After all, the cinematic shot narrative is actually just real-time images of game. Even now that the game technology is advancing by leaps and bounds, this is still a very unbelievable thing. Moreover, the protagonist of the video is still a soldier from C equal nation, which I think everyone really knows what this reference to, out of reality. In consideration of gender, John Smith used the Seahawk language throughout the whole process, which can directly be viewed and understood by most countries in the world. It's true, English probably has the most speakers, or Seahawk language has the most speakers in the world. The only one close would be Spanish or maybe even French, just because of thing. It's mostly due to UK colonization and the ease in doing business in that as a business language. Although Chinese is closely coming in second. This video spread quickly on the internet, and some people even specifically produced the final splice clip. That is a short video of John Smith driving the Doomsday armor to fight 4 mechas of the same performance, and leading the protagonist to escape the encirclement and suppression, and finally greet death on the top of the building. Shocking battle scenes and picture effects, heroes and death reversal, but the 3-minute video length makes it spread like a virus on everyone's mobile phones and computers. You could even do more with 1 minute. It's a reference to Douyin. If you think this is the limit, then you're greatly wrong, because next, and an even more unimaginable situation occurred. At 3 o'clock in the morning, that is at 2:30 p.m. time in C Eagle country, the then president of the C Eagle country forwarded the edited game video on Twitter, then marked his own testimony on it. This is our soldier! In an instant, a single stone caused 1,000 waves, and Mr. President's tweeted pictures were reposted more violently than before, because it seemed that Mr. President made a super mistake. He seemed to regard video game clips as movie clips, or even real clips of what happened. A large number of melon-eating people, or just people who were sitting on the sidelines, found that Mr. President seemed to be on the stage were leaving messages to remind the president that this is just a video of a game, not a real Doomsday mech or John Smith. But Mr. President was unmoved and released a new tweet half an hour later. At hi so this is at the Twitter handle of, or sorry, the tweet of the Sea Eagle Nations something something. This mech is very cool. I think we should develop such a weapon. 10 minutes later, the Seahawks Nation Defense Department, DoD, finally couldn't sit still and personally responded to Mr. President's request. Mr. President, although we don't have one, we will work hard in this direction. ... Sea Eagle Country, Office of the President. Mr. President, you should pay attention to your words and deeds, as well as your love for Twitter, which has seriously interfered with the normal operations of the country. The Secretary of State stood in front of the new president and eagerly persuaded the blonde president who just posted a new tweet. Very interesting reference. Did you know? Just 15 minutes after you posted that damn tweet, thousands of people from Seahawk country called the Office of Ministry of National Defense, asking them to show people the damn mech to enhance the self-confidence of the people. The president looked at the stout Secretary of State. Do we really have none? I think we should have. You know, the thing that looks so powerful and so cool? Our Seahawk Nation should have the most powerful weapon in the world. I think that mecha suits our needs. Iron Man in comics and Stan Lee. But it's just a game. The Secretary emphasized the word game. It's just a game. Only games can make such flashy things. If we spend the cost of making mechas and romantic weapons, we can make 10 owners with the same firepower, battle tanks, or 2 main fighters. Mr. President, please pay attention to a number. The main fighter jets fly at 4.5 times the speed of sound in the atmosphere, and can carry 20 tons of ammunition. With one such fighter, we can bomb a whole 10 more buildings like this. Don't you know that? We don't need such a romantic weapon. War is cruel. Mr. President looked at the Secretary of State innocently. But don't you think this is really cool? I think this Um, I think it's really cool that such a caricature or a figure of a president of DJT um can is really so malleable as a character, which is just fascinating. Because he can I think with this character and chapter in history, it gives a lot of it gives writers a new interesting character to write about. So yeah, that's all I'll say. Siegel State Ministry of National Defense Building. Stop calling. We haven't really developed such a weapon, Mr. President. Yes, Mr. President mentioned it, and we have responded. If there's such a weapon planned, it should only be on the horizon. What? You don't know what the horizon is? You think we're just a conspiracy to land on the moon? No, we did land on the moon, but the horizon really is far from the horizon. You can see it, but you can never reach it. Line. We'll never make that damn mecha warrior and use them to spend your taxpayers' money. Dot dot dot. This time, Mr. Deputy Minister succeeded in getting the other party to hang up first. He did not expect the hotline of the Ministry of Defense would have such a terrifying day. You, the Vice Prime Minister pointed at the blonde female secretary who was secretly laughing and covering her mouth. Come and sit here. The Secretary Blonde didn't expect that she would have such an unwarranted disaster. She could only reluctantly walk over and warn the angry Deputy Minister. Please, Mr. Minister, please don't mess around. I don't have any trouble making trouble. The Vice Minister stood up and pointed at the fixed phone on the table. You, sit here and answer the phone for me. If it's real business, then call me. I'm reminded of Yes Prime Minister on the BBC network. But I haven't encountered such business for a year. If anyone wants to ask about the damn Doomsday mecha, you can use your perfect blonde brain to talk about him about what's in the supermarket tonight. Surprise, discounted goods, or how to use cosmetics to make yourself more radiant. Yeah, kind of sexist and blondist, but I think that's warranted for the position and conservative nature of the military. The blonde female tech secretary sat blankly in the position of the deputy minister, sent in his days. Mr. Minister, you must know that this is not in compliance with the rules. I'll do the Chinese because I don't like reading English. Tamada, her mother's rules. I didn't sit in this position to talk about those stupid guys about whether we've been on the moon or whether we're making a doomsday mech that can fire pew pew missiles. The blonde female secretary nodded in a daze. At this moment, the phone rang again, and she involuntarily grabbed the phone. Hello, this is the hotline for the Ministry of Defense of the Seagull Nation. Are you interested in knowing which restaurants has discounts today? They are XXXXXX and XXX. The deputy minister gave his clever female secretary a big thumbs up. See, even yeah, the character's a thing, but I think the author writes all people well. Mr. Deputy Minister left his office, walked to the elevator, took the elevator all the way down, and finally reached an electromagnetic shielding room wrapped in lead blocks. Faraday cage, probably. There's nothing long but an old-fashioned rotary phone with a red and yellow composition. Deputy Minister came to the front of the phone and took a small metal box from the bottom of his briefcase and dialed out the mechanical code, and then took out the titanium sheet inside. Why should I do such a stupid thing? The deputy minister cursed like this, and then honestly turned the phone out with his fingers. Hello? And a nervous old man came across the phone. You really didn't reveal the Doomsday plan? The deputy minister questioned. This is all realistic. That's hilarious. Yeah. Awesome, right? Interesting. That's a pretty cool plot twist. So yeah, interesting stuff. Let's see here. Chapter 81. Oh, there's an 83 which mentions bad end, which is BETN, which is the true end and whatnot. I'm gonna take a quick look and see if 83 is anything, but we'll probably get to 87. And I think I got like maybe 5 to 10 more chapters before I'm done here. Yeah, I think we're almost done. We got like 6 more to go. Ooh, 91's gonna be fun though. So yeah, you guys are in for some fun ones again as well.